Hello, welcome back. In this module, we have said we are going to do advanced data handling in SPSS, and we have listed the few things that we are going to do, like importing data from other software, rename, save, and so on. So in this class, I want us to be importing data. Most of the time, we find our data in CSV file or in Excel. And even from the other software, you can move your data to CSV so that it is compatible with the most of the tools that you are going to handle. And in this class, we are going to have this examination data that has Kisii County, Nyamira County. We have first two subjects. We have last three subjects. So here, I have the Kisii County data where I have the index number of the student, the gender of the student, the county, mathematics marks, English, Kiswahili, science, and social studies. So I want to import this data or take this data to SPSS and do further analysis in there. So to do that, I head on to SPSS, go to File, and I say Import Data. As you can see, you can import data from database, from Excel, CSV file, text data, SAS, Stata, and so on. So I want to import data from Excel, so I choose Excel. In Excel, you can see that I have where I can select my data from. You can see from Look In, you have desktop. You can have all other places where you can import your data from. So go to where your data is located and choose. So here my data is located in SPSS class, and this is the data that I'm looking for, Excel data for SPSS. I say open, and the few things that you have to look at is that worksheet that I'm working with is Kisii. You can see here you have Nyamira, first two subjects, just as we have seen. So you have to choose the sheet from where you want to import the data. You can also identify the range. Here the range is A1 to H25. You can change the range. Read variable names from the first row of the data. As you can see, the first row of the data is this one, and it contains the variable names. So that is very okay. Percentage of value that determine data type is 95%. So this is how SPSS tries to identify the data type of the variables that you are dealing with. Of course, the scale of measurement that we have talked about. Is this nominal? Is this ordinal? Is this interval? Or is this ratio? Again, what SPSS is telling us is that we ignore hidden rows and columns. I'm very okay with that. Remove trailing spaces or leading spaces from the string values. This is the data cleaning that you should have done in your Excel or the places that you do your data cleaning from. You can look at how we have described this in Excel. And for now, we don't need to mark this. And then you can also have a preview here where you have how your data will be appearing in SPSS. Assuming that you are very happy with this, you're going to say okay. There you go. You have the county, you have the gender, you have everything that you had in Excel has been imported to SPSS. Very powerful. The next thing that you have to do after importing your data is to save your file. So you go to File and say Save As, and go to where you want to save, for example here in desktop, and call it Kisii data, Kisii, and say save. And of course I have had Kisii serve data in my desktop. That is still okay. I say yes. Very good. You have imported data from Excel and you have renamed it and you have saved it. The next step is that what we have been talking about. SPSS is not good in analyzing string values, and you are going to see as we progress. So for example, with this gender, you can see that gender is male, female, M and F. And when you go to variable view and try to change these values to numeric values and say OK, let's go back to data view and see what has happened. You have lost your data. Oops. You have to undo very quickly so that you be able to recover your data. And where does this lie, and how can we change such values to numeric values? That is what we are going to cover in our next class, record variables. Thank you for joining and enjoy learning.